All right, fourth grade math resource friends. I wanted to look at a couple of the problems that your teachers had assigned you for comparing fractions. And I think that one of the things we want to think about with fractions is, of course, first thing, not to be scared of them. I know a lot of people think fractions are really hard. And also, when we're comparing, we're thinking, is one greater than the other? Is one less than the other? Or they're equal? And in here in this problem, we have two rectangles, but they're divided into different different fractions. So if we look at the first one, and I think what we need to think about actually is both of them. If you look at them just looking with using your eyes, not measuring, you can pretty much tell these are the same size rectangles. Here we have the rectangle divided into thirds because we have 1, 2, 3 parts, so we have thirds. This rectangle is divided into more parts. We can easily see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? So since it's divided into 12 equal pieces, then we have this divided into twelfths, and then back to this rectangle is divided into thirds. The more pieces you have, the smaller they will each be. Okay, so twelfths are very small, and thirds are a lot larger because it's only cut into 3 equal pieces, while this one has had to be cut to 12. Think about if you were sharing a pizza. Would you rather share pizza with 3 friends, you and 2 other friends for 3 friends, or would you rather do it with 12? And you can definitely see you want to just share with thirds because the pieces would be bigger. All right, so what they're asking us to do says Roderick drew the models below to help compare 2 fractions. And so it says which 2 fraction comparison is not correct. So when we see that not correct, that means we're going to have 4 choices. 3 of them are going to be correct, and there's going to be 1 that's not correct. So that's when we're going to look for to answer that question. But I want to look back at this first rectangle, and we talked about how it was divided into thirds. So if I'm looking at the shaded part, I have 2/3 shaded. And on this one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8/12 shaded. So first, I'm going to look to see, do we have that as an answer? And if we look, sure enough, we do. 12/3 equals 8/12. And we have to remember that equal sign. I think sometimes people don't really think about that equal sign and how much it means. When we have that equal sign, it means whatever's over here has the same value as this over here. They may not look exactly the same, but they have the same value. Okay? Because if we do look here, these 2 columns here, they match up with these 2 columns here. So these 2 fractions, even though they are named something different, when we see the picture of them, they are equal. So this one is correct, so we don't want this one. All right. So then if we look down here at the next one, we still have that 8/12 that we have a picture of that we can use. But it's going to want us to change this to 6ths. Okay, so since I kind of think about my multiplication and my addition that I know, I can change this into 6ths. So I'm going to kind of erase what I had here. And I'm going to draw a line. And if I draw a line, I'm going to get the closest I can to making it equal. I know it looks a little lopsided, but now I have 6ths. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal parts. Okay, and maybe I can, because it's going to bother me a little bit, I can move this line down just a little bit. Yeah, that looks better. All right, so if we're thinking about 4/6, well, let's look at that. Since now we got divided into 6. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this also shows it's equivalent to, which means the same as, oops, not 4/3. What is wrong with my brain? Get rid of that. 4/6. So that actually helps us out with this one. And we do see it's got that same shaded part, same as that 8/12. 4/6 would be the same. So this one is not going to be our answer because, again, we're looking for what's not a correct comparison, and that one was a correct comparison. All right, so if we look at the next one, we've got fourths. Okay, now I've got sixths here, and then I had thirds. I don't know if I could make that into fourths. And let's see. Can I make this into fourths? Let's think about that. I have 12. I see how we could make it into fourths. Let's see. Gonna get my lines back out here again to use. Alright, if I drew a line here, alright, then my TV came back on. Sorry about that. And I drew a line here, and I drew a line here. Now I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 fourths. Okay, so I changed that into fourths from 12ths, and I need to show 3/4. So 3/4 would be all of these guys. Oops, I need my pen back. Changed to my pen. That would be all these guys here, and all these guys here. 3/4. So let's see how many that would be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's going to be 9/12. Sorry, I didn't mean to say how many fourths that was, but how many 12ths that would be. So 9/12. So that's actually going to be not an equal comparison. We could have to say that 8/12 is, less than 9/12. So far, this one is not correct, so I think this might be ours. I don't know. We still got to check this guy down here. All right, so now we need to have ninths. So I'm thinking back to my thirds. I think that'll be my best bet to try to make ninths. So I'm going to erase some of my work here and see if I can make this into ninths. And I think I can move this line here and make it into ninths. Let me get another line. Not exactly where I wanted to put it, but let's move it. I can move it. Alright, so now I have ninths. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6 ninths. Well, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ninths, which makes those two columns. There, it's equal. So this one's equal to. So our thought about H being not the correct one, I think we were correct. So H would be the best answer because each of these sets are correct. They're both 2/3 is equal to 8/12, 4/6 is also equal to 8/12, and 6 ninths is also equal to 8/12. So I hope that that was a good explanation for you. I didn't confuse you too much on this comparing fractions activity.